Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're getting closer and closer to Halloween, to a time of full moons and seeing glowing eyes in the hallway at night. So for the occasion, we're going to do a simple painting featuring a red moon, a black crow, and some fancy gold leaves. Feel free to join me as I go through the painting, or just sit back and relax. If you're new, my name is Kathy, and I do art process videos and essay-style videos where I talk about my creative process and generally ramble about one thing or another. So be sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell to get alerts on more videos like this in the future. Let's get to it! First, using a bottle spray, I wet the paper with water and spread it out with a clean brush, making sure it's fully soaked in. Then, I mix some Naples yellow with buff titanium and a bit of sepia and apply the mixture over the paper while it's still wet. I love using buff titanium in mixes as backgrounds because it gives the painting a lovely, creamy texture, like melted white chocolate. It also lends it a slight bit of graininess, which in turn gives the painting a kind of vintage look. When the background layer has dried, I apply more Naples yellow over just the moon. I'm painting around the crow here, but really it doesn't matter if the paint bleeds in, because the crow is going to be painted in a darker color later on. Before the paint is fully dried, I dive in with a thick mixture of sepia, permanent Alzarin crimson, and a bit of ultramarine blue to create this deep rust red, like ritual blood kind of color. I start from the left side and push the paint little by little towards the right, and then I build the colors over top, wet on wet. Adding a bit of dark blue in places, sepia in others, and scrubbing out patches where the paint has gathered a little too thick. For the crow, it's a really thick mixture. Sepia and buff titanium and permanent Alzarin crimson, and a bit of indigo. There's not a lot of water, so I'm brushing it quickly so that the paint won't dry and create harsh streaks. I'm also varying the colors slightly as I go along, adding more red to some areas, more buff titanium in others. Once that layer is dried, I render out the crow further using the same mixture, strengthening the beak area and the wings. I'm adding visible brush marks to give the suggestion of feathers in certain places. I'm also adding a bit more red to depict the glow from the moon. Now I'm mixing a bit of white gouache to my paints for the light areas around the eyes and the beak. Finally, with the painting part of the painting finish, it's time for the gold leaf. I'm so excited. Here, I'm using Speedball's metal leaf adhesive. It's like a thin liquid glue that dries, very sticky, and allows the metal leaf to stick on. The adhesive is very stubborn to wash out, so I'm using an old, cheap brush for this. I'm making one branch curve over the crow across the bottom left side, and the other branch will curve around the top right, just skimming the moon. Set the adhesive to dry for about 20 to 40 minutes, depending on the weather. By then, the glue should no longer have a glistening sheen. And now for the main event. You can use either flakes or sheets. For this, I just find flakes easier to handle for small paintings. I'm dropping them over the glued areas with tweezers as these little shiny morsels. And then, with a stiff brush, I gently scrub the leaves into the paper, letting them fix to the glue. This is a brush that came with a bookbinding kit, but really any stiff brush will do. This part is always super magical, watching all these gilded shapes appear through the mess. Brush off all the remaining flakes, and here we are, a perfectly moody and fancy crow. Thanks so much for joining me, and as always, take care of yourself, take care of your box of sheep, and I'll see you in the next one.